Hey, welcome to Jen's Garden. Today is Wednesday, February 18th. Today I'm going to show you how I add extra nutrients to the soil through direct composting. Rather than putting the compost that I have directly into a compost bin, I actually put it directly into my garden. The reason I do this is for many reasons. Mostly it's because I typically don't have enough stuff at the same time in order to do a proper compost pile where you're supposed to have a certain amount of greens, a certain amount of browns. You're supposed to, do it all at the same time. And I just found that trying to maintain a compost pile is a little bit more difficult than I want to do. I do have a compost pile. I haven't added anything to it in about 2 years. I probably should go and turn it and maybe use that soil, but right now this is what I'm doing. So I basically just take my scraps. I don't have a whole lot of scraps, some cucumber peels and some oranges, little bits of oranges and some other pieces. So it's called trench composting. I dig down into the area that I want to basically feed the worms. I dig down just a little bit, probably maybe a little bit more. There we go. About 6 inches or so. And I just dump the scraps directly into the soil and spread it around a little bit, and then I cover it back up. And it's amazing. It's the type of thing where you build it and they will come. You put the compost in there, and the worms will come and eat it up and put some great nutrients back into the soil. And it's that easy. The trick, though, really is to remember where you put the last stuff and not keep piling it into the same spot. Okay, so today is February 20th, and I'm just going to throw another batch of compost directly into my soil. This time I'm going to put it alongside where I planted the snow peas the other day. As you can tell, as I'm digging down in my soil, you can see all sorts of roots that were left over from previous plantings. Those are perfectly fine to leave in. They actually do some great things for the soil as they break down. Just again, digging a trench about 6 inches down, and I'm going to put all the things into it. Now you're going to notice that I have different things, different items into my compost this time. And a lot of people ask me what you can and can't compost. So let's have a conversation about that. So when you're deciding what to compost and what not to compost, particularly if you're trench composting, you need to think about what is really going to break down, what is natural, and what is or isn't going to attract vermin that you don't want digging through your garden. So I used to tell people if it's natural, you can compost it, which is true. It will eventually break down. All things natural will break down, but there's things that you don't want in your garden. You don't want any carnivore waste. No human, no dog, no cat. You don't want that in your you don't want that in your bed. It's going to create all sorts of bacteria and bad things, and it will make you sick. You don't want to put anything like plastics or stickers. So when you're peeling your fruit, you want to pull that stuff off. Some people may say, go ahead and chop up your peels to make it break down quicker. That's essentially what I'm doing with eggshells when I grind the eggshells and throw them in. You can do it. I choose not to. I just throw the whole peels in. You don't want any really big seeds. Um, you can put that in a different compost pile. They will eventually break down, but it's going to take them a really long time. You can compost anything from the garden, weeds and branches, but you're going to want to chop them up so that they break down easier. And you also don't want to put things directly into your garden that's going to attract critters, such as chicken bones, meat. You don't want to use anything that's heavily oily. You don't want to use anything that's heavily salted. So for instance, I just composted a bunch of edamame shells that did not have salt on them. Now, if they had been salted, I wouldn't put them in my garden because I don't want that extra salt in there. So hopefully this list will help you decide what you do and don't want to compost. It's super easy. Again, the trench composting, I do encourage it. It's another way to help recycle things back into your garden. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and follow. I appreciate y'all. Have a great day.